This is Iris Lackner from Movie Mania reporting from Tiff, Three International Film Festival 2017. Now, an interview with Sir Derek JACOBI, the actor, the main actor, and Raadou Michaelianu's movie History of Love. Let's begin.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you're here at the festival for the first time.
For the first time, yes.
And what's your impression so far?
It's wonderful, wonderful. I mean, it's so vibrant and sun shining. Lots of people, so many young people around. I think the town seems to be full of students, which is great. And everybody's been lovely, kind, gentle, welcoming.
Okay. This is not, though, your first time in Romania.
No, I did a film in Bucharest about 7-8 years ago. So it's not my first time, but my first time in Cluj.
Okay, beautiful city.
Oh, it's gorgeous, it's lovely.
Let's talk a bit about your career in general before we talk about the movie you came for. You have done so far theater, movies on television, on cinema. Where do you feel at home?
Stage.
Stage.
Honestly, my heart is in the theatre. My first love is stage, yes. I think because on stage an actor is in charge of all those artistic and creative choices the actor is making. Whereas anything to do with that gentleman there is it's somebody else is editing, putting together this little bit with that little bit, and so what the public eventually sees is the director's view, the director and the editor's view of your performance. On stage, the audience see me from there to my feet, my voice, everything. I'm making the choices. So, as far as job satisfaction goes, it's the stage. As far as my bank manager goes, it's the camera.
It's the camera. We have, well, you can combine them. That's the job. Now, you have done some substantial, important Shakespearean roles, and I remember you in Greek tragedy and many parts that.
Yes.
Do you think they still have significant importance today? Do you feel like you can do them or want to do them again today?
Oh yes, I think they're always relevant. I mean, Shakespeare and the Greeks, they've lasted decades, thousands of years. I mean, and certainly Shakespeare is incredibly relevant. He's universal. The themes in all the Shakespeares, they're great human themes of love, of hate, of tragedy, comedy, and to play a great Shakespearean, like a Lear or Hamlet or Macbeth, is a wonderful opportunity to A, indulge yourself as an actor, and B, communicate the universal, modern themes that all those characters possess. He gives you wonderful opportunities, wonderful language, wonderful situations, some senses, wonderful costumes, and also, in a sense, a wonderful opportunity to strut your bigger stuff. You know, i.e., an actor in a Shakespearean production on a stage in a big auditorium has to be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and maybe above all vocally competent, and that is enormous satisfaction.
Do you have a favorite Shakespearean role?
I have two. I have, as a young man, Hamlet, and now as an old man, Lear.
Okay.
The last,
you go with the time.
I go with the time. The last Shakespeare I did was 5 years ago now, and both great mountainous roles that I think I got about halfway up the mountain.
Okay.
On both occasions, but they're wonderful.
I guess the audience will say much more, but this
Well,
is your feeling.
it's my feeling.
Subjective.
Yes, yes. I'd love to go back and do Hamlet again now.
Okay.
I think I understand it perhaps more now, but and too old. I wouldn't be accepted as in.
I guess something will come along.
Would be nice.
Yes. Along with Sir Laurence Olivier, you founded the National Theatre. Do you still think it has the great name and importance it had back days?
I think the National, yes, it always had. I think when we started, because it was new, because it was Olivier, who was a sort of giant among actors and directors, it was the National Theatre, but it was also his company, you know. And as a young actor in my mid-20s when I joined, when it started, it was so exciting, so vibrant, and it was wonderful. And it was a company. It was the same actors seen in many different plays over the course of the year, 2 years, 3 years. That doesn't quite apply now. It's not the same company. So that is, for me, the main difference.
Okay.
Because an audience would come and see Maggie Smith doing Desdemona, doing Hilda Wangel, doing Masha in Three Sisters, doing, you know. And that was the essence of the company. You saw all these actors in different roles. You saw the young actors like myself, Tony Hopkins, Michael Gambon, growing through the company. I was there for 7 years, and they saw us walking on, and 7 years later they saw us playing leading roles, and that was essentially what the company was about. That doesn't apply any longer. It's a different.
But it gave you the right base. At
Absolutely.
What do you think that's the most unique thing about film festivals?
In what way?
What do you feel when you come to a film festival that maybe you can touch the audience more, maybe you can see things from a different perspective?
You can certainly meet the audience and get their immediate reaction to things. I think there's an excitement at a film festival, a glamour at a film festival that is unique to film festivals. There are parades. There's lots of showing off,
okay.
Which can become a bit dull after a while, but also is quite exciting for a moment, you know. And
like last night on stage, it was exciting.
It was lovely. Yes, it was lovely, and that is unique to a film festival, you know. Totally different from the stage, totally different, but in its own way. Only wonderful.
So you're playing the leading role in Rádo Michāeleanu's new feature, The History of Love. How was the work with Rádo?
Wonderful, wonderful. I didn't know Rádo beforehand. I didn't know what kind of director he was going to be, because they come in all shapes and sizes. Some are real buggers. But Rádo...
But not Rádo.
But not Rádo.
Okay.
Rádo is kind, sensitive, creative, responsive. He's the ideal director, I think. He understands actors, and he understands actors' needs, weaknesses, and strengths, and lets the actor play to his strength. But where he's weak, is there helping in a very sensitive, very creative way. And he, of course, knew far more about the material than I did to start with. He was a wonderful guiding hand. And essentially, he knew exactly what he wanted, but he wasn't a dictator in any way.
Okay.
He let you find it, but he guided you very subtly, very well. He often demonstrated what he wanted.
Nice.
Which was good, which was great. But you don't have to slavishly copy what he did, but by demonstrating, you got, oh, I see, I can do that in my way.
Okay.
Yes, and it was...
When you first read the script, what was the one thing that made you decide that you want to do the movie?
Well, let me say first of all that I was not first choice for the movie.
Okay.
I fortunately played this part, and I loved through unfortunate circumstances, because the actor who was scheduled to play it became too ill and had to pull out, and they had to recast, and that's when I was chosen. And I think before Raadoo met me and I met him, there was a degree of what have we got ourselves into. Then Raadoo and I met, and he showed me the script, and he said, read the first speech. And I read the first speech, and he said, the first 3 words, I knew it was you. And that gave me such confidence. He said, you only had to say 3 words, I knew you were right. And that really gave me confidence, and it was indicative of our whole relationship for the duration of the film. And I loved the script. I reacted to the character of Leo instinctively. A beautiful, funny, sensitive, irascible, emotional guy.
How do you feel that you had to prepare for the role? What things within yourself did you find this time?
Yes, there again, it was a very quick process, because due to the circumstances of my being cast in the role, we were sort of up and ready to go very quickly. So I relied on Raadoo very much to put me in the picture and to guide me and to tell me where we were. I'm a very quick study, so
very experienced one as well.
I've been around a long time. So ingesting the role, the words, the situations, learning that came fairly easily to me, and with Raadoo's guidance and a natural affinity that I had to the role of Leo was all very helpful to a start that had to be quick. You had to be up and ready for it. You know, there was no sitting around indulging too much.
Okay.
There wasn't time for it. There wasn't time.
And how was the work with the rest of the cast?
Oh, it was lovely. Gemma Arterton and Elliot Gould, both of whom, of course, I knew I'd never met. Both of whom were very simpatico, and we got on very well. A lot of laughs, a lot of humour. There's a lot of humour in the in the piece, although there's a lot of sadness too. But Elliot and I had great relationship, and the same with Gemma and with Mark, who played me as a younger man. It was altogether a very happy experience. There were no divas around. There were
just good vibes.
Good vibes, no temperaments, no concentrating, but not concentrating to the exclusion of fun.
Okay. And what are your next projects? Where are you going to have fun next?
Well, I've just finished working with Ken Branagh on a new movie adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express.
I already wrote about that.
And I had great fun playing Johnny Depp's butler. So that was fun. I've now been doing a lot of recording. I do a lot of book recording and all that sort of thing. But I have nothing planned at the moment because I'm also moving house. So that's taking all my time. So for the moment, I am free to come to film festivals. And I'll think again about earning my living come October.
Okay, so any suggestions?
Any suggestions?
October and on.
Yeah, otherwise my bank manager will start to worry.
Sir Derek JACOBI, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure.
And a great honor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.